For this scam, our pack of hustlers have placed themselves strategically around this cafe, rigged with our concealed cameras. Here are Jess, Paul and Alex, all apparently unconnected and grouped around a mark. Jess starts the ball rolling with a scam we like to call...
Excuse me, can you smell my bag for a minute, please?
Mind my bag.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Excuse me, you left your bag.
Excuse me, mate.
No?
That was the girl sat at the table there. She asked
Yes,
me.
I thought it was hers. I'm sorry.
All right.
So, in case you missed it, here's a replay. With the mark getting Jess's bag back, Alex was able to grab the mark's laptop, hide it under his coat and pass right by the mark undetected. Returning to his seat, the mark spots he's missing something. It seems like such an easy scam to become a victim of, but how can it be avoided?
Well, the best way is to use the clips provided in many of the cafes and pubs for clipping your bag into. They're often provided in these places now. The other way is to obviously keep it right on top of you so that it's in your vision all times.
Well, pickpocketing's been around as long as pockets. It's one of the... Come on.
It's all based on body language, body movement, and there's something quite balletic, it's like a dance.
If you see a real expert at work, it's almost like watching magic, but it is theft, and if you've ever lost your wallet to a pickpocket, you'll know that as cool as it might be, it's a pretty nasty thing to happen to you.
This next pickpocket scam has been reported to be on the rise in major UK cities. Watch out for it. It's the mustard dip. Keep your eye on this guy in the black coat.
Oh, excuse me, mate. You seem to have stuff on the back of your
I've got some
thing just there.
I'm sorry, I don't want to make it worse. It might be better if you just take your jacket off.
Don't worry. I'll just take it in there.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's all down the back, just
It's
there.
all...
I've got some more
Just there.
tissues you can... Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
Bye.
If you've got your money in your jacket pocket, for instance, and you haven't made a provision as to put it anywhere else, and you've got £2,000, for instance, in your jacket pocket and someone sprays something on your back, you look at them, you put your hand on your wallet and you keep walking. You don't stop for them.
There's a relaxed atmosphere in the bar, and everyone is having a good time with their friends. The off-duty hustlers have a drink, and Alex orders another, and another.
Yeah, it was totally different.
It seems like this particular hustler can't handle his beer.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Paul and Jess aren't too impressed.
What?
Shush.
Alex, you have had enough. You would be a little bit more classy.
But you know what? I'm going. Sorry.
Jess has had enough of Alex's leery behaviour and leaves.
You're just upset. Well, you're not exactly looking very classy now, are you? I've had enough.
We have to run after it now.
I think we should go. No.
Paul's had enough as well. He takes charge and decides to call it a night.
I think we've had enough.
Oh, put it down.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, mate. The Dudley Moore stuff is really cool. Oh, careful, sorry.
Alex isn't even able to walk straight enough to get to the exit and needs some support from the pub furniture to stay upright.
Sorry. All right. Move. All right, come on.
I want to go straight out that way.
After making a bit of a scene in the bar, the hustlers finally make it out the front door. Despite appearances, Alex and Paul aren't going off to get a kebab. In fact, suddenly, Alex is perfectly sober. So what just happened? Of course, the hustlers weren't really off duty. They were demonstrating one of the most simple but devastatingly effective scams to target tourists.
You know what?
Yeah.
Jess stormed out to draw attention to Alex's drunken behaviour. But Alex wasn't really drunk. His clumsy stumble out of the bar was just a pretense for going through some bargoers' pockets and bags.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That was an MP3 player from a woman's handbag being passed up to Paul. She left her bag on the back of her chair, an easy target for pickpockets.
Sorry, come on. Excuse me, sorry.
And in the process of knocking the man's jacket to the floor, Alex lifted a digital camera and hid it under his coat. As soon as they were outside, the hustlers dropped the act and went off to repeat the whole drunken routine in another pub down the road.
Two gentlemen, and I noticed as they sort of started leaving, he bumped into my chair. I didn't take no notice of it, to be honest. The iPod's gone.
Nah.
My iPod's gone. Just thought he was a bit drunk and stumbled, to be honest. Wow.
There was a camera in the pocket. Sitting there just chatting, someone stumbled past, knocked my coat onto the ground and picked it up for me. The other one, who was obviously with him, made excuses for him, which now, in hindsight, I realise was to distract me from what was actually going on. Pretty peed off, to be honest.
Pickpockets are always trying to find new ways to invade your personal space so they can get close to your belongings. Now, this works very well. We've all seen drunken people stagger in and out of pubs. And also, it uses the social etiquette, which is quite embarrassing when you're faced with someone who's falling over. People just want to help you up and send you on your way because they don't want you around their surroundings. And so that's perfect for pickpocketing.
If you're ever in a restaurant or a bar or anywhere where you know potentially there could be a lot of people around you, then make sure you keep all your personal belongings in sight at all times. And whatever you do, make sure you never put any valuable items in coat pockets hanging on the back of your chair.
Alex is on his way to this cafe bar. It's the lunchtime rush and Alex takes his time to find his targets. We've got it covered so you'll see what these customers miss. Alex is almost spoilt for choice because this scam is the jacket pickpocket. First, Alex is going to have a pot for the centre pocket. Then he intends to go for the top pocket, and finally his third choice is the bottom pocket. All of them are going to be played for from this table. First, he positions himself. Now he checks his target. He makes sure he doesn't arouse any suspicion by reading his newspaper. Alex retrieves his newspaper. That's certainly all anyone in the cafe sees. Let's look at it again. Alex deliberately drops the newspaper, but what's he up to? If you can't tell, then have a look from this angle. Under cover of the newspaper, Alex lifts the contents of the inside jacket pocket. The spy camera shows his catch: a passport, mobile phone and wallet. Alex coolly hides his hoard before calmly leaving the table, his crime undetected. He now needs to get into position for his second pocket. A trip to the bathroom is a good enough excuse. Alex returns and with nerves of steel sits just a metre away from his first victim. Alex uses his mobile phone as an excuse to go for the second pocket. Let's look at that again. What's Alex got? In a closer view, we see Alex has only managed to grab a glasses case. The spy cam shows it was a good lift, but it's a poor haul. Alex, Jess and Paul are going to spend the day travelling on London buses to see what they can pick up. Alex has identified a possible target and gets close.
Excuse me. Sorry.
A few stops later, and he has got himself a wallet. But how did he do it? Let's rewind and take a closer look. Alex looks like a normal commuter reading the paper and positions himself as close as possible to the mark. As the bus hits a pothole, Alex uses it as an opportunity to lurch forward and feel the man's jacket to find out where he keeps his valuables. Alex has discovered the man has a wallet in his inside jacket pocket. As the bus jolts again, Alex uses the bump to disguise his hand going into the mark's jacket and removes the wallet. Here it is again. Alex then deftly wraps the wallet up inside his newspaper and gets off the bus at the next stop. It's Paul's turn, and he has spotted a pair of designer sunglasses he fancies. For a practiced pickpocket, those glasses will be gone in the blink of an eye. Here comes Paul. And he's got them. So, if you missed it like the mark did, let's go back and take a closer look. As Paul approaches the mark, he uses his newspaper to disguise his actions. He deliberately pushes past and in one smooth action lifts the glasses out of the jacket. If things can be lifted that easily, it explains why pickpocketing features so high on the list of city crimes in the UK.